Hi everyone, Kate Marilat here and joined with the lovely Mr. Carl Dawson, and today we're going to be talking to you about following the energy, a key technique when it comes to matrix reimprinting. And why is it so key, Carl?
Okay, it is a technique that I just absolutely adore. I just, yeah, as soon as people come on the first day, EFT, I'm looking at the basics. People say things, I just want to follow the energy right now. I have to hold myself back all the time. Because, it's just, I've took it to more and more places. I've played with it more and more. And just to me, it's just like virtually nowhere you can't get back to. But there was a girl on my last course a few weeks ago, and she had this rare condition, unusual condition, where at times she would just literally pass out. And it got to the extent at one stage she was hospitalized for quite a while. She could not get out of bed. So there was nothing physiologically wrong with her. It was just like suddenly she would just shut down completely and pass out. We followed the energy on this. I said, do you know what that feels like when this is about to happen? She said, yeah, I kind of start going all heavy. Then suddenly, that's it. I'm just gone. So we followed the energy. And it went back to a memory of being 6 years old at home. They had horrific neighbours. And the mother and father was terrified of the neighbours, and they made her terrified. And literally, they would pretend they would be in the house, they'd have all the lights off, and she would be in the dark, like ducking down under the window so that they couldn't see her. Gosh. And that's the exact, and even the words were like, oh, I had to pretend I wasn't there. I had to, So her illness was actually, directly related to a strategy as a child that to be safe, that she had to pretend she wasn't there. And then, as we went to other memories, big times it happened was when big traumas happened in our lives. There was one with a meeting with a lot of powerful people where it happened. Another was a hospital visit where they went to see somebody, a close family member who was dying. And that's when it happened. When things get really dangerous and stressful, her strategy, as I just, cut out. And, that's what you can get to with following the energy. And for her, she's blown away by realizing, it wasn't some genetic fault in her body. It was a childhood strategy that protected her from danger. So, I'm sure, all of our practitioners use this. Mm-hmm. If they've not, you've just lost your matrix status. Because it's just such a brilliant way. Just going through some of the information we have here. So basically, it's going from a problem to a specific memory. And often, we block out memories, especially these early childhood events. We'll block them out, we'll create amnesia. So it allows us to get to these memories. And also, often we have the problems in our life. We don't know why. We say to clients, okay, you've got depression, why best? I've no idea. The doctor told me there's something wrong with my chemicals. Well, no, it's not something wrong with chemicals. It's, you are something is stressing you out in your life, and we all have our specific triggers. So it allows us to, get to these buried memories. It allows us to get to these memories that collectively create the problems. Mm-hmm. The depression, the anxiety, the illnesses and such. So all we need is the energy. So, and to me, the biggest proof of following the energy and with EFT, how does EFT work? We have a memory. Mm-hmm. We were feeling fine. Energetically, emotionally, we were okay. We start to tap, we look at the memory, and we start to feel these balls in our throat and this tightness in the stomach and all these various things. So all we're doing is we take it back the other way. Anything where we can elicit the energy, we can bring that up in the client. We can, chase that back into the matrix to find the memories connected to that problem. That's simply what following the energy is doing. And that's why it works so well.
Like a little detective, isn't it? Where does this come from? What is this showing me? What's the clue? And just following that back down the energetic stream.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it just blow my mind how, it just always works. I teach it now on levels on EFT, because it's such a great way, with EFT, to get to a memory for the movie technique.
Yeah.
And I send people out, and usually, 20, 30 people, usually like 90, 95%. The first time they try it, they come back, yep, we got to remember, you got to remember.
Yeah.
It's just such an easy process.
All right,
Yeah.
so we're going to demo it now, aren't we? I'm going to be a demo for you. So, all right, come on then.
You want to clean? Well, we need an issue first of all, don't we? What we working on?
Okay, so my hands, I get eczema, dermatitis on my fingers, and they can get very hot and sore. So that's an issue that comes up for me.
Okay, and how often does this happen?
I get flare-ups, let's say once a month for the last 20 years.
Once a month for the last 20 years. Okay.
Maybe, and those flare-ups can last from anything from a few days to the whole.
Are you experiencing that now in your hands? As in, is it a flare-up at the moment?
Yeah, I got a bit of a flare-up at the moment. Yeah.
Show me.
Okay, so I mean, it's a little bit. Can you see here? No, can you see that?
Oh, yeah, I can actually. Yeah.
And I've had to use a lot of steroids on my hands to help that heal here.
Okay, yeah, great. Okay. Is there a feeling of that? No. Is it like inflammation, itchiness?
Sore. It's really sore. And
sore.
The itchiness often actually comes in the morning when I wake up. First thing when I wake up, I can suddenly just be really itchy on my hands.
Okay.
And it's like
when you wake up. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what we're going to do? Hand on your heart.
Bit emotional already.
Okay. Just close your eyes and breathe. Into 6. Out to 6. Into 6. Out to 6. And you just keep breathing. So we're not going to consciously go looking, but start to tap now through the upper point. So we're actually tapping to tune you in, not to clear anything. So top of the head, eyebrow side of the eye, down to the spleen point, and then just back to the top of the head, okay? Okay. And the feeling in your hands?
Rage,
okay. Okay. So feeling in your hand, it's a soreness. Okay.
So yeah, it's
sore.
Sore.
What's the colour of that soreness? What colour comes to mind?
Red.
It's red. What kind of red is it?
Angry.
Angry red.
Bright red, yeah.
Bright red. Okay.
Like a clawing.
Clawing. Interesting. Okay. Bright red clawing, and the emotion is that rage you feel. Yeah. Rage.
Yeah, it's rage, like anger, rage.
Okay. Okay. Give me an earlier time where you felt that anger and rage. How old would you be? Don't think, just tell me the age.
Okay. There's one coming in, but I haven't got permission to share that, so I'm not going to do that one.
Don't just tell me the age.
Okay. I was 23.
23. Do you know where you were in this memory at 23?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Okay. So we'll just go an earlier memory. How old would you be now?
God. 14.
Okay. Where are you at 14?
In the bathroom.
Okay. Can you talk about this one? And it's okay if not.
Okay, let me think. Is that my rage? Yeah, it's.
You know what it's about?
Yeah, I know what it's about. Yeah.
You know the relevance.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm just staying well out there at the moment.
Okay, and that's what I want. I don't want you to go in there. I just want you to have a look.
Yeah.
Because we've actually gone straight into the advanced form of following the energy here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I'll explain the difference between the two in a little while.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Give me an earlier age, Kate. That same angry, burning, red rage in your hands. What age comes to mind now?
3.
3. Okay.
Yeah.
Where are you when you're 3 years old?
Play group.
What happens that day in the playgroup when you're 3?
Well, it's really interesting because in all 3 of them, it involves a male.
Yeah.
And the 3-year-old. So I've been told about this memory, but now I'm like bringing it in. I'm like, oh yeah. So there's a boy on the slide, and I want to go on the slide, and
Okay.
I want to get him off the slide. I want to be on that slide, and
Okay.
I basically push him off the slide.
Okay. Can you see the connections with the other memories about they've got something you want to be doing?
God. Oh my God. That's so interesting. So, so when I was 3, I pushed the boy off the slide, and then basically I was really angry about it. And then when they called my mum in, and they said to her at the end of playgroup, I'm afraid there was an incident, Kate pushed him off the slide, and we had to tell her off. And I got into a lot of trouble. And even as I was growing up, my mum was always like, oh, I remember that day, when I had to do that, because I'm such a good girl. And then interestingly, the one when I was 13, 14 was, anyone who's watching this, start tapping, but it's this kind of idea of, was that when I lost my virginity, when I was really drugged and I was taken into a bathroom, or was it like I just compartmentalized and said that it wasn't, it was just, I didn't really know what went on and it didn't matter, it wasn't my virginity. Actually later on, the person who I considered I lost my virginity to ended up knowing that boy, and they had a conversation, and then my boyfriend who I was with said, you lied to me, you did lose it before me. So it was like this big conflict around that. So both times I kind of got angry with the guy, and then I got in a lot of trouble. And the time when I was 22, 23, I attacked a man who'd attacked a friend, and just all red mist. And I lost something from that. I didn't get in trouble, but I lost part of myself from that, part of friendship from that. So all 3 of those have got similar links to them.
Okay. If there was an exact belief that connects them together, what would it be, Kate?
If I take what I need, what would it be? It's something about if I want to stop a male doing something, then I get in trouble for it, or I'm to blame for it. So yeah, something about that.
And of course, this is skin. So from a meta health, it'll be around separation. Yeah. Okay. And you mentioned at the beginning, it's like, you could wake up in the morning and you feel the itchiness, which is kind of first phase.
Okay.
So I imagine you're waking up in the morning, you're in bed with your husband.
Yeah.
Okay.
And usually a small child, but yeah.
Okay. So can you connect that?
But interestingly enough, I have 2 boys, and there's a lot of that male energy, is around me a lot. So that's quite interesting as well. But I wake up and I have that itching.
Which is the kind of the first phase. Okay, so the belief is around.
It's about men. It's about males. It's about if I want
to do what you want to do.
Yeah, if I do what I want to do, if I want to
then
move,
then you can upset a male in the process.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the whole separation thing. If you do what you want to do, then you're going to upset everybody, the male.
Yeah.
And that's going to make you feel separated from them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kind of, you're not going to be able to hold the hand anymore.
Yeah, because that boy on the side was my friend. And we weren't really friends after that. the next guy, that I stayed with him, and I knew I couldn't speak up about what had happened. I just kind of accepted, oh, well, you know, we got drunk, and I just didn't even really think about it for years, whether it was okay or not, whether there was something else there. You know, what would I say to that, you know, young girl now, or another young girl in that position? That absolutely was not fucking okay. And then later on, you know, that, yeah, really feeling that.
And you've said you just had a flow up. No, you know, before we went online, you was talking, you've just been away to do what you wanted to do at a retreat.
Yeah,
and you've had a flare up come up now, which is second phase, you know, kind of that's the resolution. You come back and it's like, you know, did you get in trouble with your husband by doing what you wanted to do?
No, he's like massively supportive in terms of going. I think, and when I came back, really supportive. I think.
How about the kids? Were they as supportive of the mummy?
My youngest, but actually, my eldest is he was really supportive. But my youngest, who's just turned 4, when I FaceTimed him, who was staying with his grandparents, I mean, it was so traumatic. It was like crying his eyes out, mummy, you know.
So again, big separation there, yeah.
Yeah, big separation there.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll leave it there because I don't want you, you know.
Yeah.
This is going out to thousands of people.
Yeah, really interesting.
But you get an idea of what the connection is. You see the separation elements, and you see, you know, the bad girl, your big belief in there as well. There's elements of that,
all of that. And now, like, my mind's going, oh yeah, and what about that time? And that, you know, there's a lot of things that I could connect the dots to that, around kind of giving your power away to men in a way. So absolutely.
And of course, when we go in there and we start to visit these memories in more detail, we'll see exactly what you decided. But we've already got, you know, that's the thing about the advanced form of following the energy. We get a good idea of what the big picture is before we go in there. Then we can be really specific about what we change. Yeah. So if you just go into one memory, we think, oh, this is it, and you change the memory and you change the belief, and then you realize later, oh, actually, it wasn't that. It was this. So that's why I'd use the advanced form, just to get a good idea. Yeah. Okay, brilliant. Well, thanks for that, Kate. Are you okay?
Oh yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I think it's, you know, I've got the intention that I'm safe. I'm working with you, and also I haven't been to the slide one actually, the 3-year-old, but you know, 2 of the others that I have really been to, so they don't feel like, I know if I stepped in there'd be more to do.
And do you have a few minutes just to cover one thing here?
Yeah.
That we're touching on a key event here, it sounds like, with some of these memories. Okay, you've been in before. And we'll discuss this more properly in the key events, but I just want to mention it now, then you bring it back up, that we can go into a memory, you know, 4, 5, 6, 7 times.
Yeah.
But we can go in the first time, it might be a bit unlovable, and we create a lovable memory. Because that's what we're working on. We might go into the same memory a different time, and it was about being betrayed.
Yeah.
And we create that. So the person was loyal to you, or you know, we got loyalty in some shape or form with me. And so one memory might have 7 or 8 different re-imprints. Okay. And it's, you know, depending on what we're working on, we might use a different re-imprint. You know, we talk about, from a quantum perspective, all potentiality is there. We're just creating more potentials in the matrix. Yeah. So, you know, just to mention that, to put everybody's mind at rest, that sometimes, talk about using the advanced form, that we do have a pretty precise idea of what we're working with when we go in and what we need to change. But sometimes we get it wrong and it doesn't matter. We just go in and we change it again. Yeah. So that's all okay.